Good morning, dear students. This is Vishram Singh, Assistant Professor English working at Government PG College, Karoli. Through online mode, we are studying English literature. Today, we are going to take the poem entitled My Love is Like to Ice and I to Fire. This is one of the finest sonnets written by Edmund Spenser, who is an Elizabethan poet in English literature. The poem is one of the sonnets in Amoretti, which is a collection of sonnets. There are 88 sonnets in Amoretti, and the present sonnet is 30th. The sonnet has been written to persuade the wife of the poet, namely Elizabeth Boyle. As we know that it is a sonnet which is a 14-lined poem in iambic pentameter. We have 3 quatrains and it is followed by a couplet. There are 3 questions in 3 quatrains, and these are answered in the last couplet. As far as the rhyme scheme of the sonnet is concerned, it is known after the name of Edmund Spenser. So this is slightly different from the sonnet of William Shakespeare. The rhyme scheme of the sonnet is A B A B, B C B C, C D C D, E E for the couplet. Now we should begin the poem. My love is like to ice and I to fire. How comes it then that this her cold so great is not dissolved through my so hot desire, but heart grows the more I her entreat. So the poet poses the first question in the first quatrain of the poem. He says that my love, my wife, my beloved is like to ice, and I am like to fire. So ice and fire, these are of different qualities. As nature says, these two can't live together, but the love relationship between the poet and his wife is quite different. They are living happily. However, They do not respond their respected love. My love is like to ice and the eye to fire. How comes it then that this so cold so great is not deserved through my so desire? The poet wants to say that he loves his wife very much, but the coldness of her love is not dissolved, is not melted by the hotness of his own love to his wife. So that is quite surprising. But the poet says that the coldness of his wife does not allay, does not lessen his love. But harder grows the more I her entreat. But the coldness of his wife grows the more he entreats, the more he beseech for the love of his wife. She is very cold. Her coldness grows in that horizon. But harder grows the more I her entreat. Or how comes it that my exceeding heat is not allayed by her heart frozen cold, but that I burn much more in boiling sweat, and feel my flames augmented manifold? The poet is giving an account of the love of his wife. He says that she is so cold, she does not respond, but that coldness of his wife doesn't allay his love. Or how comes it that my exceeding heat is not allayed by her heart frozen cold? He says that the coldness of his wife cannot lessen the exceeding heat of love in the heart of the poet for his wife, but that I burn much more in boiling sweat, and feel my flames augmented manifold. But it is increasing the boiling sweat or the hotness of his love for his wife. However, it is quite against the nature of love, but their love is quite different from others. But that I burn much more in boiling sweat, and feel my flames augmented manifold. And the poet says that the flames of his love is are being augmented, are being increased in manifold. However, it should have listened according to the nature of love, but their love is quite different, quite orthodox. What more miraculous thing may be told, that fire which all things melts should harden ice? That is very surprising for the poet, as the rule of nature says that when one of two lovers is cold, then love decreases. But here it is increasing even after or in despite of the coldness of love in the heart of the poet's wife. What more miraculous thing may be told that fire which all things melts, the fire which can melt all things like ice. But here a fire is doing different work. Fire is making ice harder, so that we can see different or different result, different thing in the case of fire. Fire melts all the things which come in its way, but the love of his wife is being harder. It is not being melted but harder, and ice which is congealed with sense called such kindle fire by a wonderful device. On the other hand, we can see that the fire of love, the flames of love in the heart of the poet are lightened, being lightened by wonderful device, by uh, the ice, by the coldness of his partner's love. However, the partner of the poet is cold, but that coldness is not decreasing the fire of love in his heart. However, it should have been in the same way that the coldness of one partner's heart may decrease the love of the partners. But here happening something different. And ice which is congealed, which senseless cold. Congealed means uh, frozen. So kindle, kindle means enlighten, lighten we can say. So a kindle fire by wonderful device. So there are three questions in three quatrains so far. The poet has posed these three questions, and now he is answering all the questions in this couplet, which is ending the sonnet. Such is the power of love in gentle mind that it can alter all the course of kind. The poet summarizes the sonnet in this couplet, and he says that such is the power of love in gentle mind. Such is the power of love which can alter, which can change the path of things in the world, which can change the way of happenings in the world. We can see here that may ice may freeze the fire of love in the heart of the poet, but it is increasing. So that is the different way of loving. And fire should melt. Fire should melt the coldness of the love in the mind of his wife, but it is not melting. While it is making the coldness of her love in her heart harder. So that kind of orthodox result we can see here, and that is the power of love. The poet says, such is the power of love in gentle mind that it can alter all the course of kind. According to the poet, love is so powerful that it can change the ways, it can change the paths of unusual things that we can see in the poem. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.